So we start off with the topic on how to identify what is the curvature of a particular function. So convex or concave basically identifies the curvature of a particular function. Today we discuss how to find out what is the curvature of a function. Okay, there are two ways in order to identify the curvature. First method is the graphical approach. This will work only in the case of a one variable. Graphical approach will work only in the case of a one variable, because in the case of a one variable, we can easily draw it in a 2D diagram space. Like this is the one variable and this is the functional value fx, right? The graphical approach is as follows. I draw the curve, okay? I identify 2 points. One is point B, the other is say point A. And I note down the functional values of the 2 points. So the 2 points are A and B. Functional value will be FA and FB. Okay. And A and B are joined with a line. Correct? Now A and B is joined with a line here. Okay. If the line is above the curve, this is the line, and this I call as the curve. If I draw a function and I notice that the line is above the curve, that is greater than equal to the curve, this function is called a convex function. Okay, so I draw the diagram, I join any 2 points on the curve by a straight line, and I notice that the line is above the curve, then that sort of function is called a convex function. Similarly, if I have another function where the function looks something like this. Okay, if the function looks something like this and I notice that the curve is above the line. I have a curve, join any 2 points on the curve by a straight line, and the line is below the curve. That function is called concave. Okay, so this is the graphical approach. I have a function fx, I draw the graph, and I notice that on all the points of the graph, if I join any 2 points by a straight line, the line is above the curve, convex. The line is below the curve, concave. That's it, as simple as that. Now, there is a possibility which can come in your mind. The possibility is, what if, sir, I have a graph where I join any 2 points, the line is below the curve here, and I join any 2 points here, the line is above the curve here. So what can be said about this graph, where in one part of the line, one part of the curve, it is concave, and the other part of the curve, it is convex. So what can be said about a graph, or what can be said about a function if it is concave in one part and convex in the other part? If I have a function concave in one part and convex in the other part, we will say that the function is neither convex nor concave. Okay, so if I have a function which is convex in one part and concave in the other part, then I say that the function is neither convex nor concave. Convexity and concavity are binary functions. Either the function has to be throughout convex or the function has to be throughout concave. It cannot be partly convex or partly concave. I hope that is understandable. This has to be kept in your mind, that a function cannot be partly convex or partly concave. That is impossible. So this sort of an example is a function which is neither convex nor concave. Now, another question can occur in your mind is, sir, can a function be convex and concave at the same time? And the answer is yes. The answer is yes. Why is the answer yes? If the line is equal to the curve, please see my definition. Line greater than equal to the curve, it is convex. Line less than equal to the curve, it is concave. So what if the line is equal to the curve? That is, if I have a linear case, then the line is equal to the curve. If the line is equal to the curve, I will get that the function is convex and concave simultaneously. Then the function is convex and concave simultaneously. So I saw that a function can be convex, can be concave. It can be neither convex and concave. It can be convex and concave simultaneously at the same time also. Okay, right? Is this okay with everyone? Kindly raise your hands. There is another possibility. There is another possibility, and that is a concept is called strictly convex and strictly concave. Now, what is that concept? If I don't have this equality, if the line is strictly greater than the curve, it is called strictly convex. If the line is less than the curve, then it is called strictly concave. So if I don't have the equality, then we say that it is strict convex or strict concave. This is the graphical approach. Now let's take a look at the mathematical approach and how to see whether a function is convex or concave. The mathematical approach arises out of the graphical approach. Mathematical approach. Now, all the points between A and B on this line X, all points between A and B on this line X can be said to be the weighted average of A and B. So supposing I have a point C here, C can be written as lambda A plus 1 minus lambda B, where lambda is a number between 0 and 1. That is, C is a weighted average of A and B. Correct? So all the points between A and B, whatever they be, can be represented as a weighted average between A and B, where lambda is a fraction. It can be a fraction half, it can be a fraction 1 by 4, 3 by 4, whatever. All values of lambda between 0 and 1 will give me a number between A and B. Simple. So F lambda A plus 1 minus lambda B will be all values on the curve. That is the functional value of all these. So point C, what is F of that? That will be on the curve. Here is a point D. What is F of D? It will be on the curve. So this particular expression will be representing the curve where lambda is between 0 and 1. Is this clear with everyone? Kindly raise your hands. And if you remember class 9 coordinate geometry, geometry, this is the point FA. This is the point FB. A weighted average of FA and FB will be all the points on this straight line. So a weighted average of FA and FB will be all the points on this straight line. If you remember class 9 coordinate geometry, if I have a point A, B, and if I have a point C, D, then all the points between A, B, and C, D can be joined by a straight line, and all the points on the straight line will be a weighted average of A, B, and C, D. It's the same thing that we're doing here. Absolutely the same thing. Okay. This class 9 coordinate geometry. So all the points on the line can be represented as lambda fa plus 1 minus lambda fb. So this will be representing the line. Now here in this example, the curve is above the line. So if the curve is greater than equal to the line, then that case is that of a concave function. Curve greater than equal to the line, concave. Curve less than equal to the line, convex. So this is the mathematical definition, very simple. So the expression which is the curve is greater than equal to the expression which is the line will be giving us a concave function mathematical definition. And if f lambda a plus 1 minus lambda b is less than equal to lambda fa plus 1 minus lambda fb, if this is less than equal to this, then it will be a convex function. If this is greater than equal to this, then it will be a concave function. And when f lambda a plus 1 minus lambda b is equal to lambda fa plus 1 minus lambda fb, that is the case of a convex and concave function. And if in some of the parts it will be greater, in some of the parts it will be less, then it is neither convex nor concave. That is, if the function is partly concave and partly convex in two different parts of the domain, then I say that the function is neither convex nor concave. Okay. And if f lambda a plus 1 minus lambda b is equal to lambda fa plus 1 minus lambda fb, if the equality holds, then it is convex and concave. This will hold in the case of a linear function. Okay. This will hold in the case of a linear function. Right. Now, quite clearly, if we have strict inequality, then it will be strictly convex and strictly concave. So strictly concave here and strictly convex here. Okay. So this is the mathematical definition. There is another mathematical definition which takes the use of calculus, and that is as follows. This will work only in the one variable case. In the two variable case and beyond, I will have to consider the Hessian matrix, which will be very complicated. It will be easier to go by this method in that case. So the calculus method should work for only the one variable case. For the two or more variable cases, please consider this mathematical approach. So calculus one variable cases, f double dash greater than equal to 0 will mean convex, and f double dash less than equal to 0 will mean concave. This is the calculus definition of a convex and concave. F double dash, that is the double derivative of f, is greater than equal to 0, it will mean convex. Less than equal to 0 will mean concave. Okay. And greater than 0, strict inequality will mean strict convex and strict concave. Okay. Clear? Right? To give you an example how to see this, supposing I have f is equal to x square. Now, I don't want to use the graphical approach. I don't want to use the mathematical first approach. F dash is equal to 2x. F double dash is equal to 2. F double dash is equal to 2, which is always positive for all x. So, and it is positive. Strict equality, that means strict convex. So simple. Strict convex, the double derivative approach can be very, very useful sometimes, especially in the one variable case. We'll only use the one variable case. In all other cases, we'll be using other approaches. Okay.